in partnership with CommSec.
Thomasino over at CommSec for a look at the markets today. We're going to start on the back foot, are we?
A little bit, Pete, but look, we can console ourselves with the knowledge that we're within touching distance of record highs that were surmounted yesterday. So that's okay. The futures are pointing to a slight decline, down by about 0.25%. So that will detract from yesterday's encouraging gain that saw the market up by 0.5% at the close of trade. But Pete, look, we're on the eve of the end of the month, and so far we've seen the ASX 200 improve by 3.5%, which is a very encouraging result for the month of November, having fallen by 1.3% in October. In year-to-date terms, the index is up by 11%. So it's not on the realm of what we've seen in the US, where the market's up by more than 20%. But under the circumstances, given the underperformance of mining stocks and the challenges coming out of the Chinese hemisphere, it's been quite a good outcome. Banks have done the heavy lifting by and large. So in terms of what we saw in the Northern Hemisphere overnight, it was a subdued session owing to the fact that the US markets were offline for the Thanksgiving holiday. So in after-hours trade, the futures are higher, but by only a modest margin. The S&P 500 and the Dow up by about 0.25%. European markets were the focus with that holiday in the United States, and having seen several days of downward pressure, particularly for the French market, given political turmoil there, which is preventing the passage of the finance minister's budget. We saw a bit of a normalisation last night, but not by much. The French market was up by 0.5%. The FTSE just in positive territory. The German DAX up by around 0.8%. So we've seen gold prices fairly steady, just a little bit firmer at 26,400. I beg your pardon, I'm going to start again. $2,641 per ounce, and the price of oil a little bit firmer, up by 0.5%. The Aussie dollar trading just north of 65 US cents.
Tom, when we have these hot and humid days, does your beard give you the irrits?
No.
Doesn't? I have a holiday beard I usually get going at Christmas, and it gives me the irrits when I am in hot temperatures. But you don't have that. You're used to it. Well,
that's probably, the benchmark for entry into beardland, Pete. If you're going to be distracted by small inconveniences like that, then facial hair is probably not for you.
Do you have a cream on that? Do you have some Brill cream or something on that to keep it looking flash in the morning?
The idea of the enterprise, Pete, is to do less rather than more. So, no.
Thank you, Tom. Talk to you later.